What's up, guys? If you're here and you're returning, that either means you hate me or you love me. So you already know who I am. I'm Tow Pro. This is my show. We're going to talk about towing, the goods and the bads. So let's get it in. Welcome to the show. Today, on this video, as funny as this video is, there's a major shock value, almost like a reality check. And I want to talk about it. And we're going to talk about it a lot more after because I want you guys to see it so you understand what I'm saying. When it comes to confrontation in the tow world, it's big. You know, not for nothing, a lot of people gang up on tow truck drivers as if we're doing something bad. And in the reality, we're not. You know, at the end of the day, we know you pay your taxes, we know you pay your bills, and we know it sucks to get towed. We know this. Trust me, we know this. But it's still an occupation. I still get a valid check every week. It says ADP on the side, so I know it's real. You know, and in my tow career, I've been confronted a few times, but I always felt like for the driver, it's always how you handle the situation. Any situation can be handled properly and calmly. Police don't have to get involved. The driver doesn't have to get in trouble, and the owner of the vehicle doesn't have to wild out. And I've said this. I've said this on the street. I've said this when I'm training other drivers. Real quick, I know studio change. Studio's under construction a little bit. You know, progression, always bigger and better. So I did still give the wall of shame. I call it the wall of shame because I look at it and I just see the value. We got a red self-loader. Looks like he got a car loaded up. Then we got the flatbed. He got a car loaded up. Homie looking lost and confused. The neighbor's helping him. Trying to show him where the knobs are to take the car down. Another neighbor's also trying to help him. Irvin, you better shut the hell up, mind your business. By the way, you can tell this is the hood. You can tell it's the hood. Yo, this dude is lost. He's lost. And she walking around swinging whatever that thing is in her hand. That's a weapon. I do the same as the driver. I'm out of here. There's no reason for me to be sticking around. So, for what? For what? I can personally tell you, you're not getting that car off that bed. The PTO isn't engaged. This dude is getting on the flatbed. Bro, don't get on my tow truck. Please, do not touch my truck. Don't get on the tow truck. Wow. 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 I don't know if the driver knows he's on the truck. I think he's trying to just get away from the female and ain't even looking. Yeah, see, so that was the problem. The self-loader was trying to dolly that car. That's what took longer. Homie better jump off something before he hit the road. He's off and she's on. Oh, do y'all see this? She's on. She's hanging on. No, because if she falls off, that's a lawsuit. Oh, she's hanging on. Oh, she's falling. Oh, she fell. Oh, yo, he almost just ran her over. He almost just ran her over. Holy shit. We're going to run that back. That's crazy. And no one is going to run to her aid and help her out. Wow. Can we slow that down one more time and bring it back? Because I just want to see how close her head was to those rear tires. Holy shit. Wow. That's fucking wild. Goddamn. That's all I can say to that. Goddamn. That was that was different. That's different. Like I said, I don't condone anybody getting on or touching the tow truck, especially when you have no idea how to operate it or how it works. That could have been a death. Easily could have been a death. That could have been a bigger situation than, at most $150 to tow that vehicle. You have possibly caused your company to be sued. And it's just not worth it. That's wild to me. That's wild to me. She hit the shit out of her head. I hope she's okay. Cause that shit's crazy. That's fucked up. I don't think anybody deserves that. So in this video, we starting off with looks like a Jeep Wrangler on its side. Alright. Now, anytime you get these types of calls where they tell you it's a rollover, you really don't gotta rush there unless it's a busy street. Okay. Looks like that GMC was a part of it. The lady standing in front, but I caught a glimpse of the mirror and the headlight. They both looked like they were kind of hit. Everyone is waiting for the show, and I'm not gonna lie, rolling cars over with the camera rolling from other people makes me nervous as hell. So the bigger the crowd, the more I don't want to fuck up. Tow truck driver is here. And he just said, yo, you just cut me off, homie. Now, right here, there's no reason to say anything back to anybody on the street. Because if you do, it can go negative. I'm not sure what he just said back to the gentleman in the car. But I tell you what, if a guy gets out with the whole Nike fit, white tee, and low top white forces, 9 times out of 10, it's about to get ugly. We'll see what happens. Oh, that caught me off guard. I didn't think it was gonna be like that. But what he said was, you cut me off with my daughter in the car. And you said whatever, you don't care. Now, there's 2 other tow truck drivers there, and they didn't do a goddamn thing. He got his shorty in the truck, and this man's is making a big scene for nothing. Like, let's forget that there's a whole vehicle in the middle of the road. Let's fight. No. Don't approach his vehicle. Don't approach the vehicle, because it's not going to end in anything positive. Get in your truck, pull over, and go handle your situation, because, from what this guy's saying, he's feeling passionate that you cut him off with his kid in the car. And the way he snuffed you showed how passionate he really is about the situation. All in all, though, this guy shouldn't have been rushing to the call like that, especially a rollover. The car ain't going nowhere. We are first responders, but we're not emergency vehicles, so he shouldn't stop in the middle of the road like that. The guy in the vehicle definitely shouldn't have gotten out of his vehicle and approached the tow truck driver like that. There's people recording, your faces everywhere. So who's right and who's wrong in this situation? They're both in the wrong. If you truthfully cut that guy off and set him off like that, you're in the wrong. But what he did was definitely wrong. We all know it. It's wrong because you're outside and you can't control yourself. It's wrong because your kid is in the car. And who wants to put a kid through that? You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, and I stress it to everybody, please try to keep open mind of both sides of the situation. At minimal, keep an open mind. You know what I'm saying? Find a common ground. Because I'll tell you what, and again, this is from my experience of being out in the field. I don't care about working. I get paid hourly, and I tell that to everybody. You know, you parked in a certain place, you got into an accident, you get your car repossessed, you're making me work. Whether I do 1 tow or 100 tows, I get paid the same. So trust me, we're not out here poaching. We're not out here stalking people. We're not out here chasing you down. None of that. We just want our paycheck at the end of the week. And that's it. So, you know, if you see a tow truck with their lights on and they're not loaded with a vehicle and they're driving, you know, a little erratic, maybe they're trying to get up ahead of the road to clear whatever accident is causing for you all to sit in traffic. And you as a driver, you're already aggravated because you're sitting in traffic. It's not the tow truck driver's fault. Okay? Not saying he's Superman, he's the hero, but it's definitely not his fault. And I don't think anyone should be putting their hands on anybody, you know, at any time. You know what I'm saying? It's just not needed, in my opinion. So this next video is actually a favorite amongst a couple of my friends because it's actually personal. This was a situation that I ended up being involved in. The place I was working at got a call from one of the properties for 6 cars. Okay, so that means go down and maybe we'll get 3 or 4. If we're really lucky, we get all 6. But we're not going down to steal anybody's car or make anyone's life harder. And I always tell people this: how you approach the situation is how the situation gets handled. If you come up to me and treat me like a person, you know what I'm saying, and I'm gonna treat you like a person, we're gonna get a lot farther, and it's gonna be a lot more positive and better outcome for the both of us. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you come treating me like I'm trash or like you want to spit on me, I'm gonna be in defense because I'm not gonna let anyone spit on me. That's just what it is. So, quick summary of what went down in this situation. I pulled up. I was the first on the scene. You know, so I hooked up the first car I saw, which was a Dodge Ram pickup. Got out of my truck, walked the parking lot to assess the other 5 vehicles because there was another truck on the way. Was my manager. And in these situations, like I said, we don't expect to get all these cars. You know, so when people come and they come running and screaming, I do my best to, hey, keep, shh, listen, let me talk to you. We're human. We have mouths. You know, we were born with them, so let's use them. Let's not be yelling and the finger pointing and the threatening and all that. It's not worth it. So while I was walking the lot, the owner of the Dodge pickup came running, and immediately started like jumping at me, and I'm just looking kind of confused, and they're like, let my car down now, and, you know, explaining to them, you know, this place, you know, the property, you know, they don't want unwanted, you know, people here. You parked and walked off. You weren't inside. You know, you wasn't a customer inside. And all they kept saying was, well, I work for AAA. Well, I work for AAA. You need to let my fucking car down. And I sat here and looked back at him like, wow, you're AAA? So, cool. I have no problem giving you your car back. You're in the same field as me. However, the language you're using, the volume you're using, you're just causing more attention, and you're going to cause me to have to do my job. I don't want to have to do my job. You know what I'm saying? I get paid hourly. I don't need to be here being yelled at by you. Before I can give a price to drop, before we can discuss what's going to happen, I never made a threat. All of a sudden, AAA skills kicked in, and they started taking the straps off the tires. So I went and turned the truck off because, in my defense, if the vehicle is off, I was never operating a vehicle for a possible collision because I don't know what this person's going to do, and I don't want to be incriminated by anybody watching. Where we end up at is the person started taking the truck off. At least they tried to. But the way the truck was backed into the spot, I had the freely spinning wheels, I guess you could say, in the wheel lift because it's rear wheel drive, and I had it picked up from the front. This person decided they're gonna try to drive off the truck. And like I said in the video earlier, don't touch anyone's tow truck. Don't try to drive off the truck. Don't do anything. Just keep it cool. Just keep it cool. So with the person trying to drive off the truck, I'm going to show you this video, and then we're going to have an after discussion about this video because it's about to get wild.
that Connecticut Focus right there. Like, nah, he's done. He can't take the police already on the way. This is a MVA now. This just got like 10 times real for no reason. So that's it.
You put me down. I was willing to give you a couple $100, man. Probably more than the police are gonna give you.
That ain't even in my hand.
Not filming me. Film me. Hey. Why would my property? Get out, property.
Yeah, that happened. All of that. That whole commotion, everything you heard is probably what you're thinking. Yes, that happened. So, in between all the bullshit going on, this person thought they were a victim. Okay? So, for my defense, I started recording. And I went on Facebook Live. I had an audience, pretty decent audience. I was recording, and as you can see in the screen what I said. It's too late. You did the worst thing possible. You literally drove your vehicle into the back of my tow truck. Now, it's legal for me to record anywhere I feel I please. I don't have to. There's nothing that says I can't. Okay? Then, while I'm recording, you decided to knock my phone out of my hands and try to kick my phone. I picked up my phone, and exactly what you heard is what happened. I had to defend myself because the person was coming at me, and so I started swinging. I got hit up about 5-10 minutes later. The phone screen is like half broken. I just got the screen fixed like a week prior. So now the phone's ringing and I have my headphones in, so I can answer it with my headphones, but I can't touch the screen because the whole screen's just smashed. And I got people hitting me up. Yo, bro, you good? You good? We saw that. That shit was like a movie, bro. That was like a TV show. I'm like, what are you talking about? I forgot in the moment that I was on Facebook Live. So all anyone saw was the phone get knocked out of my hand, and then they heard the noise, and then the live ended. So I'm laughing now because I'm like, yo, I can only imagine what the hell is going through the people who watch me on Facebook's in their mind right now. What's going on in your mind? You just saw a tow pro get into an altercation on live. The police pull up, and they're treating me like dog shit, like if I did something wrong. They were telling me that I was in the wrong and this, that, and the third. And then some lady, she was like a nurse or something. She basically explained to the cop what went down. And then my manager who showed up actually had to ask the cop for his badge number because of how he was talking to me. Like, it was like legitimate, like if I did something wrong. And only thing that I did was tried to find peace in the situation. I defended myself when needed, but I don't want to do that again. I haven't had to do it since then, and I don't think I've done it prior. Maybe a smaller situation, not that serious, but for the most part, I don't want to be out here beefing with anybody. All it does is put the target on my back. You all are going to remember my one face before I remember you all's 500 faces. You know what I'm saying? Still towed the vehicle back to the yard. They tried to put a claim in and say that we lost the vehicle off the truck, and, it got crazy. Who's right and who's wrong? Of course, I'm going to say I was right in the situation because I know how to handle myself in the situation based off of experience, seeing the situation, and being in the situation before. Who's in the wrong? You saw who was in the wrong. There's no reason to touch a tow truck. There's no reason to try to stop a vehicle from being towed. You can hurt yourself, as far as killing yourself or hurting me or killing me. And how would that feel to my family? We all have families. You have a family. I have a family. And the goal at the end of the day for all of us is to make it home to our families, our kids, our mothers, our fathers, our grandparents, our siblings. That's what it is. I feel bad for that person. They're really angry. But at the end of the day, not even getting your vehicle towed gives you the right to put your hands on somebody, especially when you can't fight. And that about wraps it up for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. I hope I did not lose your attention because of all the talking I did. I wasn't trying to do a lot of talking, but again, I take in everything my people tell me, and they told me, do a longer video, add more clips, do a little more talking. So if my more talking loses your attention, then I can't do that. So let me know, all right? Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that little button up there over there. So that way you'll be able to get notifications for whenever I drop new videos, any type of content. I'm going to start doing shorts. All right? We out of here. Come back. Gang.